Where do we go from here? This isn't where we intended to be. We had it all. You believed in me. I believed in you.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My genius self thought, hey, why don't you start filming your intros once you've put the face on to entice your audience to keep watching your videos because maybe they just need a taste of what's to come. Well friends, this plan may or may not have backfired on me. So I tried to bring back a little palette we like to call the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia, Beverly Hills, because it is one of the most autumnal palettes to ever grace this planet. It's October right now. I want to get autumnal. I do. I wanted to give you some quality fall content, the stuff that you've been craving. The oranges, the reds, the warm tones, all of that. I wanted to put it into this nice, compact little package and send it out into the internet for you to enjoy. Believe me when I tell you that I really did try. I tried really hard to give that to you. And this is what came out of it. In all honesty, guys, I don't think it's that bad. It's definitely not what I wanted to do. It's not the direction I was intending on going, but it's a look. I probably should stop being so hard on myself. Anyway, if you want to know how we got here, which is to say, spoiler alert, it's a lot of grumbling. If you want to know how we got this more avant-garde, fall-inspired look, then I guess you'll just have to keep on watching. Roll the clip! I mean, it's kind of cute, right? Am I kind of cute? I'm kind of cute. Okay, enjoy the video, guys. You hear that? That's the sound of a leaf hitting the ground. I am priming my eyelids with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. Check it out. It's so autumnal. Ooh, yeah. We're just gonna get right into it. We're gonna just go right into, I'm gonna hold it right side up. I'm just going to get into red ochre here. We're just gonna put that all over the lid. I'm gonna try a different technique today with eyeshadow that I don't normally do. Usually I start with transition shades, but apparently that's no longer what the cool kids do. Apparently what the cool kids do is just go right into the deepest shade and blend out from there. So we're just going to take my Pro 7E, which is my big fluffy eyeshadow brush, and we're gonna dip right into red ochre. And I'm just patting that all over the lid to make sure I get the most amount of pigment out of this shade. I'm just gonna buff this out using a clean brush for a quick sec. To be honest, you could stop here. That's a look. Moving on, taking a smaller blush. Blush? Nope. Taking a smaller brush, we are going to diffuse all of that out with Realgar. No one figured out how to say that, hey? And we're going to lightly buff out the edges using circular motions. I have a little PTSD, I think, from the first couple of looks I tried to pull out of this palette back when I first got it, before I sort of knew anything about anything. I tried all sorts of different things with this palette and I got really frustrated because I wasn't getting the type of look that I really wanted. I'm not gonna speak too soon. This could end up a total disaster. Taking that clean brush again, blending these out. You can see the most well-loved shades in this palette. I'm gonna start picking up these 3 shades right in here just to start really yellowing out that blend. I remember when I first started working with this palette, I used to think it was so bright, but now that I'm working with it again, I realize like kind of how muted these shades are. Well, that's not at all what I wanted it to look like. Crap. All right, well, let's just keep going and blending and see if this fixes itself. I definitely remember these being more vibrant. Maybe it was just because I didn't have anything else to compare it to. I'm gonna go back into Realgar. So right now it's looking like a bit of a mess. Yeah, no. Okay, folks, I started again because that looked like shit. And if I kept going, it would just keep looking more and more like shit. So we're just gonna start again. I wanted there to be some sort of look to it as opposed to just being a big blob. It's not what I was going for. Okay, square one, back again. Instead of going directly in with the burgundy this time, I'm going to take that orange shade and try and like sketch out where I want the orange. I think last time I put down way too much red. So I'm actually going to sketch out where I want the perimeter of the orange to go. The orange is also like just way darker than I remember it being. I remember it being so much brighter. And I really want the orange color just to show up, but in person and on camera, it's looking really dull. As much as I just so badly want to give up on this palette and go to my Sugarpill shadows, because I think that is really the look I was thinking of. But no, must persist. Clean brush. Okay, I'm gonna keep working upwards. I'm scared of using that red now. Let's try using those yellows again. This time I'm trying to just sort of stamp the color on and around and then maybe blend it out after. Taking golden ochre and really trying to blend out raw sienna. Going back into Relgar, this time going to blend it with burnt orange just to try and brighten it up a teensy bit, and then just trying to get a better blend into raw sienna. Man, I really wanted this look to work, and it is fighting me. This whole video is just gonna be me blending eyeshadows and cursing. I'm going to just go back into red ochre and hope for the best. I really thought red ochre and Relgar were very different from each other, but they just are looking really similar to each other. Do they not just look the same? Like I'm just blending into the exact same color. On camera, these two colors have a very different quality to them. And I'm using separate brushes. I thought I was being more precise than that. I'm gonna throw on some lashes and do the other eye and let's see if we can make a look out of this. The wind has been completely taken out of my sails. You know, it's that time of year and everyone's creating really good content and being real fall and pretty and great, and let's see if I can fix this. Be right back. It's a look. It's not bad. It's not bad per se. It's just not what I envisioned when I set out to do this video, which can happen a lot on this channel. I still feel like we're getting some fall vibes. Just not the intense fall vibes that I was really hoping for, but I feel like I was misremembering what this palette is capable of. And I think this palette is capable of a little more of a muted vibe than, say, a really intense, pigmented, fiery vibe, which surprises me because I just remember looking in this palette and seeing this orange and thinking, wow, that's gonna be like such a pop of heat, and it's really just, I tried working with it 3 separate ways. I tried using a completely different technique on this eye. So instead of going mid, light, then dark, I started just with the lightest shade, like I usually do, and then blending it down into the darkest shade, which seemed to work, I think, the best out of all 3 of them. It is a little bit more vibrant around the orange as opposed to this one, which got a little bit just too muddy. At the same time, it's still not quite the pop that I wanted the orange to give me. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I didn't want to just start this all over again and use different shadows. I feel like it's a good way to use the Modern Renaissance a bit more on camera. Maybe I can find other ways that I'll enjoy it as opposed to the ways that I thought I was going to enjoy it and ended up not happening. So we got somewhere. It's smoky, it's grungy, it's a look. We're gonna keep moving on and we're just gonna keep going in this sort of grungy direction. We're gonna power through. I was in the middle of doing my base, but I thought I should include you guys in on the fun because I have started using a couple different products I picked up recently at Sephora. Really wanted to show you guys how they work because they're kind of in the zeitgeist right now. One of them being the brand Milk Makeup. I feel like a lot of people have been using Milk right now. It feels like they're coming out with some new products and really trying to push them towards influencers right now. So I'm going to hop on the bandwagon. I picked up the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in the shade Blaze, which is the darker shade, but I'm gonna show you why I think the darker shade works as opposed to doing the shade that was intended for lighter skin tones. I am using this like a cream contour as opposed to a bronzer, and I think Blaze is the perfect tone for that because it's not too cool, which is what I was kind of experiencing with the NYX Wonder Stick. Almost ashy, and I don't really want that right now. Right now I'm kind of more into warm contours. So I'm just going to take my Pro 1F, which is just like an angled contour brush from Furless and It's Likely Makeup, which by the way, I heard just sold out on the United States website. Congratulations, Jordy. That is incredible. Dip it directly into it. Cause like, if you see how thick that is, I feel like that would just be like just a lot. Dab at it lightly. And then I just start sketching in where I want my contours to go. I use the angle of the brush to blend upward from the line that I draw. I've been testing this out mostly with like my no foundation looks, which means I've been putting this on top of bare skin. So I haven't tried it yet with a full face of foundation on yet. Doing my best not to disrupt anything on underneath, which I feel like is happening sort of on this side because I had to powder my under eyes because otherwise they were just gonna crease and then ruin my entire face. But I was trying desperately to only keep the powder right directly under the eyes. I think some might have traveled too far down my cheek and now it's not reacting well with the bronzer stick because the bronzer stick is quite creamy, but we're gonna keep rolling with it because this video is already a disaster. Carving out the jawline. You know, it's so funny, every time I use this stupid palette, I really do expect something else out of it. I always have it in my mind. I have this vision of what I want from this palette in my head, and I've never been fully, completely satisfied with what I come up with. Modern Ren is the palette that makes me feel like I don't know how to do makeup. Maybe that's why I haven't put it up on my channel yet. Taking it up onto the forehead, using more stippling motions since we don't want to disrupt anything. Onto my nose. Now I'm just gonna powder over all that. Let's do a little bit of bronzer. I feel like the matte bronzer stick really layers up nicely with a powder bronzer. Adding some contour just at the very base. Snatch that nose. And let's finish up the lower lash line with some of that good old Relgar, our favorite shade now. At the very edge though, I do want to go in with red ochre, really smudge that out, really taking it far down. Because if we're gonna do grunge, we might as well just lean into it. I'm already liking this much more. Yeah, you know what? Let's just go there. Let's take a little bit of Flamepoint. I'm going back into Relgar to blend a little bit more together. Let's finish this bad boy up. A little bit Flamepoint under the chin, throwing a bit of Suburbia in the mix as well. Well, it's warmer. I will give it that. My camera battery was about to die, so I had to wait for it to charge, and while I was waiting, I ended up blending a lot of orange into my face. I don't hate it. It's a little more avant-garde than I was going for, but here we are. Let's do some highlight. I think I'm gonna take the highlight from the Graveyard Girl Swamp Queen palette. Do you believe we're almost done? Probably not. Literally been doing this video since 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to start off the lips by using my Lime Crime plushies in the shade Jam. And then taking an even darker red, which I'm going to use the ColourPop Ultra Satin Lip in the shade Bam. Just to tie the lips together with the look, I'm going to take what I used on my inner corner and brow bone highlight, which is the shade Primavera. I'm going to lightly dust that right on to the Cupid's bow. That is it, folks. I am throwing in the towel. I'm calling it a fucking night because it literally is nighttime. I started this at 3:30 in the afternoon. How did this look take me 5 hours? This was supposed to be a quick, easy autumnal fall tutorial, get out the door, because I had shit to do today. I had plans. I was gonna be productive. I was gonna do a lot of shit on my day off, but instead I did this. Well, it turned out a lot more interesting than I expected it. And you know what? I don't hate it. I need to go. I'm tired. I gotta go. My back hurts from sitting here for so long. So yeah, I guess this is look 1 from the Modern Renaissance palette. Oh, aren't you just so excited for look 2 now? After how this went? Oh, I bet you just can't wait till the next upload. All right. If you like watching me nearly have a mental breakdown over makeup, you really should subscribe. You should subscribe to my channel because that's what you're gonna get 90% of the time. No, but seriously, usually it turns out better than this. I promise. My subscribers can vouch for me. All 202 of you. Hey, we hit 200. If you liked this, if you have a bit of a masochistic streak in you, then hit the like button, because I'm sure it was really fun watching me struggle. Please be sure to comment down below what you thought of this look today, folks. Is it as bad as I think it is? Is it better than I think it is? Because I'm really kind of face blind at this point. I've been staring at myself for so long. Comment down below, let me know. Is this anything? Is this anything? I'm gonna go have a beer and sit down and try and salvage what's left of this evening and try and get into a better mood, because god damn it, it's fall. It's fall, guys. Please be kind and be generous to everyone you meet out there in the world today. And if this is in no way indicative of the content to come, hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.